Come back to Iowa Live. Lou and Jackie here. Again, we're in the holiday season, of course, and some of the happiest times for a lot of individuals, but for some individuals, this could be some of the saddest times too, Jackie.
Well, we want to cover all aspects of what the holidays brings, and sometimes that can be grieving at the same time. So very excited to have an author and also a speaker joining us this morning. Lynn Hoeksma, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Give us some recommendations, especially based on a book that you're presenting to us today, that can help people grieve around the holidays.
I think a lot of things that are helpful during the holidays are also good all year round.
Right.
So I'll hit some of the basic ones too. I think one of the main things for me has always been acknowledging the grief. Whether it's a loss of a loved one or a job loss or whatever you might be going through, if somebody ignores that it happened, that's so painful. So acknowledging that it's happened, saying things like, I'm so sorry for your loss, I can't imagine how hard this is, you know, tell me about your loved one. Acknowledging that and then letting them just talk about it and process it and listen.
And let's talk about you know, the time period when it comes to somebody losing someone, or you mentioned even job loss at the same time, but let's talk about losing somebody. This year is a milestone for our family. It is the 30th anniversary of losing our mom, and it's as hard now as it was years ago. Is that normal?
I would say very much so. Now, clearly everybody grieves differently, and some losses are harder than others, and some harder losses down the road might replace what you thought was your worst loss. But I think that as a society, we want people to move quickly through this. I had a friend tell me early on, she was a widow, and she said, Lynn, people want you to get over this quickly so that they can feel better. And I think that's very true of our society. It's hard to be around someone that's hurting, sometimes because it's uncomfortable, sometimes because they don't want them to hurt. But I think that it takes as long as it takes. And I do believe there is something that I call a forever loss. Things that you will grieve the rest of your life. It doesn't mean you sit in a puddle of tears forever, but your life is forever changed by these losses. And you learn how to move ahead with it, but you don't really get over it.
Absolutely. So let's talk about how this book that you brought in today, Cultivating Compassion, which is practical advice as you walk a friend through a season of loss. How can that assist people maybe at a time when they really need some extra guidance and advice?
And the book is essentially a guide for the support system. There's a lot out there for the grieving person as far as support groups and a lot of books and so forth. But I think one of the key elements that sometimes is missing is how do we help the support system be that for other people? And that's what this book is really geared towards, is to say, here are the things that are helpful to say and do, here are the things that aren't helpful to say and do. And honestly, I have been on both sides. A lot of the things that I learned after the death of my husband that were hurtful, I had said for years.
Can you give us an example?
Yes, this is the one that blows my mind and everybody's mind. When people say, if you need anything, let me know.
Right.
Really? I say that all the time.
I still say it. Well, the reality, when I first lost my husband, virtually every conversation said that. If you need anything, let me know. If you want to go to coffee, let me know. If you want to go to dinner, let me know. If you want
Is that because you're putting the burden on that person as opposed to saying, let's go out for coffee?
Yes, exactly. I didn't have the strength to reach out.
Right.
For the friends that said, I want to set a date to go to dinner, thank you.
That meant something.
Yes. That's the difference that you said. Some of the things you can do that are positive as opposed to things that you want to avoid.
Right. Yeah, so that one just was prized for me and everybody. They're like, oh my gosh, I always do it.
I always say that.
Yeah, people are going to remember that now.
Well, you mean it in good.
Absolutely.
In good faith and good compassion. You don't mean to be like, oh, they'll probably just never call. But I get where if you're in that state, it's like, I'm not going to burden anybody with my grief or anything like that.
And you really just don't have the strength to do it.
Or you just don't have the strength.
Trying to be comforting. Now, is it a different response if somebody just loses somebody? Like maybe the first Christmas they're coming up on, or as opposed to maybe the 10th Christmas they're coming up on. It should be a different reaction?
That's a good question. I think some things can be the same. I mean, I think it's still okay to acknowledge after year 10 or 30 that I know this is a hard season for you. You know, I just want you to know I'm thinking about you. I'm praying for you through this difficult season. I don't think that ever gets old. I think the things that you can do right after someone's loss are always helpful. We don't expect them years after the loss, but when they show up in our lives, it's really a blessing and it does help. So I don't think you can put an expiration date on some of those things.
As you said, a lot of these great tips can be used year-round,
Absolutely.
but it just becomes heightened usually around the holiday season.
Because the things that are the most joyous when we haven't had this loss become the most difficult.
Right.
Like Christmas should be joyous, their birthdays are joyous, anniversaries, and then the loss, and those are the worst days.
Okay, we just mentioned some things you want to try to avoid. What's another positive thing we can do if somebody's just experienced a loss that you can say to them?
Well, I mentioned briefly listening, and I guess I can't emphasize that enough. We aren't looking for people to fix our pain or fix this loss, but we want to process it. So if you can just sit and listen as I talk about my loved one, ask about them, say their name, it's okay to say their name, and let them process through that. And the other thing that is okay, let them cry and cry with them. We have a tendency to think that crying is not good, it's a sign of weakness.
Right.
But our bodies are actually designed to heal through our tears. There are toxins in emotional tears that aren't in onion peeling tears because they're being cleansed from our body as we cry.
Really?
So crying is a good thing. Guys too.
Even the guys.
Even the guys can cry. So I think it's very much putting that person front and center and taking your expectations out of the way, whether it's how they should be acting or how long they should be acting this way, and just letting it be about them, because this is their grief and it's very personal and very unique.
Now, you were a speaker before you became an author. What gave you the sign, yeah, I need to put this down into a book?
Well, the whole ministry really wasn't my idea, because who wants to have a ministry like this? But I started with a website where I write a blog every week.
Okay.
And then I speak about the topic as well. And then I had friends that would say, Lynn, you need to write a book. No, I like my little 700-word thing.
Yeah, there's your blog site here.
Yes, yeah, that was the end of a personal blog, and now I just write on the ministry website. So I eventually said, okay, maybe I sit down and start writing. And it's really more of a booklet. It's about a 45-minute read.
Oh, so that's rather quick then.
It's pretty quick, and I try to have it full of, here's what you say, here's what you don't say, here's what you do, here's what you don't do, and the reasons behind that. So people can go, oh, I get it now. Like our...
As you say, do you have another one that I'm probably doing all the time?
I do. I know exactly how you feel. We're trying to relate so they don't feel so alone. And the bottom line is, no, you don't. We don't need you to feel exactly like we feel.
Is it okay to say, I have no idea what you're going through right now, but I'm here for you right now?
Perfect.
Okay, good. At least I got one right.
Yay! Good job.
What has been the response for people that have picked your book up and had a chance to go through it?
It comes from two different groups. So one group are the people that are the support group. They're going, oh my gosh, I had no idea, like you said. And they say, this will be my handbook to go back to, so I know what do I say, what don't I say. And the other group I hear from are other widows or others that have lost someone. They say, this is what I wanted people to know. I was afraid this was just me, but I see that this is what everybody goes through. So they don't feel alone in their grief.
So somebody that maybe just lost somebody, this could give you an outlay of what is, what could happen. And so you're ready for it then too.
Yeah, and you kind of want to pass it out to your friends to say, here's how you deal with me now.
Right.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah, because we are different people after major losses.
Right.
And where can people pick this up so they can have this guidance?
It is on Amazon, of course.
Of course.
That's a subculture all to itself.
Yes.
That's another book you have to write. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Cultivating Compassion on Amazon. It's available in the ebook version and the print version. And just Google Cultivating Compassion, look for the green cover, because there's a couple others with that heading on them as well. And that's easy ways to get it. My website, people can get a hold of me through my website too.
Okay, and your website is?
LynnHooksema.com.
Okay, common spelling?
Everybody knows. Lynn is even spelled the same. L-Y-N-N-E.
There you go. There you see it up on the screen right now, so you can jot that down. Of course, we'll have all this information up on our website as well, weareiowa.com. I know you've mentioned listening and things like that, but if you had any special advice, especially as we're a week away from Christmas, what would that be for our viewers this morning?
The Christmas advice is to be really tuned in to how hard this is going to be for people, and not to be surprised by crazy activities, crazy responses to things. Generally, people are just trying to hold it together. If they go off the deep end, if they get mad, if they start to cry, I think you have to have a lot of grace to let people just deal with this how they need to. If they say, I can't even go to this or that, absolutely, I understand. just to take away your expectations of what they should be like. And remember in your head, this is going to be one of the hardest days of their year.
Right.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Great advice this morning.
Thank you for having me. I
Great
appreciate it.
advice. Thank you.